Hello Pisces. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. This could be current as well. Others of you, it may be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, it could be that you've exchanged glances with this person on more than a few occasions, and you know there's something special there, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel, to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right. We have here hearth and home, power, pleasure, wisdom, beauty, wild woman, justice, opening, and then we have challenge. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. If you don't know who this person is, it could be somebody from your past whose energy is coming through. If that's not something that you're interested in, most likely this reading will not resonate with you. I look into people's feelings and emotions, and I convey what it is that they feel. All right. My dear Pisces, the connection that I have with you is so deep. It's so open. For me, it feels like an honest connection. Honest, maybe not from my side so much, but from your side. I do feel that in this situation, I can talk to you about anything and not fear that you're going to judge me. You are my hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where my home is. I feel that in this connection, whenever I'm lost, you have this way of leading me home, guiding me home. And whenever I'm cold and my emotions are not balanced, you have this way of making me feel loved and warm. There's this sense of unconditional love that comes from you. I've seen this and I've experienced this. And you selflessly share this part of yourself with me. I've taken advantage of it on one too many occasions. I do feel that in this connection you make me feel very powerless. You are very powerful. The power that you have over me, this is power that is seductive. You can seduce and tempt without even trying. You don't even have to try that hard. You make me emotionally vulnerable and physically weak in the knees. You have this way about you. And you know that you have this effect on me. I do feel that sometimes I have put you down, always thinking that I know better. But that attitude should not be so. In this connection, I have found a lot of pleasure. This feeling that I feel towards you of pleasure, this is physical pleasure and spiritual pleasure. It makes me feel very complete, whole again. I've never really experienced that type of pleasure before. Spiritual pleasure. And yes, physical. Because of these things, and because of what we have gone through and what I have done in the past, I have become wiser. I am now different. I am no longer the same as I once was. My thinking has changed. The way I view things, that has changed. I've learned from my lessons, and I don't want to make a mistake again. But because there's distance between you and I, you are unable to see this side of me now that has changed. I knew I have found someone who is very beautiful, so vibrant and one with nature. You have this ability of making me see who I really am through the looking glass. My own traits, my character. In you, I see someone who's very beautiful, not only on the outside, but on the inside as well. Your charm, your beauty, your talents, your charisma, your personality, and your character. I adore that. I also feel that in this connection, there is this desire that I have to talk to you about certain things, to make things right. Because even though I have admired you this much, it seems to you and in this connection that I have been sneaky. I have had sneaky behavior. I have not been so truthful. A lack of justice. In this connection, there has been deceit. There have been problems and issues that have occurred. And I've only told you half the story. I have kept things from you. And there is deception. This sneaky behavior could only last for so long. And now things are different. I want to make things right. Before, our situation, this situation, it was very different. Before, many things were unique, one-sided, where I just kept taking and taking and you just kept giving. There was a lack of balance. There was this imbalance that existed. And this is something that I was unable to make right. But now, I want to make things right. I want to fix things. I want to have a better balance in this connection, because before there was none. It was very much one-sided. There's a part of me that really does want to open up to you. This feeling, this desire that I have of wanting to be that individual that can talk to you about the problems that I've been facing, the problems that I've had inside, the things that I have not really spoken to you about. I want to be that person that can talk to you about these things now. I want to open up to you because I'm wiser. It's important for me to be honest and have an open communication with you, to let you know what things have weighed me down, what things bring me down. This connection that I have with you is quite a challenge. I do feel that certain things that have happened, they may have happened for a reason. But I know that things could have been better and they should have been better. What I did to you and how you trusted me and how I broke that faith and that trust, that is something I cannot change. But I have learned from my mistake. And it is true that I want to make things right. But for me, starting that phase, moving to that point, that is what I'm finding challenging. For now, in my mind, I stay in this place where if I get a chance, I want to be open to you. I am no longer impatient and selfish and manipulative as I once was, not as much at least. I try not to be, because now I'm wiser, because you've changed me. And moving forward, I want there to just be smooth sailing. I don't want this lack of trust and knowingness of the truth. All right, Pisces. This person knows what they've done, and they want to make things right. But they were so sneaky that it truly could have hurt you, Pisces. You may have felt betrayed. You may have felt that this individual took advantage of you. I'm getting the word manipulated. They manipulated you. So when something like that happens and the other person has realized this is exactly why it is extremely challenging for another human being to somehow reach out. If they care, they will take their time, because they want to do things and make things just right. If they don't care, they are going to rush into it. So Pisces, the fact that it might be taking a longer time, honestly, is actually in your favor if you want to be with this person. I do see that here. All right. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. So this deck, I look to see what it is that may have occurred in the first place in this connection that kind of made things go downhill. Certain things did not work out. Why not? This is for those of you that feel a lack of closure in this connection where things just kind of faded. This person might have ghosted you, and if that didn't happen, maybe the connection itself has just become very distant. You are not messaging each other as once you did before. Maybe your person of interest has decreased the amount of information that they've shared with you, or they're not talking to you maybe. Whatever it is, the amount is less. Here we have the 2 of Cups and the 7 of Arrows. So it could be that at some point in time things were really good. However, things started to go downhill. That is when I look at these. This could give you the why certain things happened the way that they did. Once upon a time that was very sweet, and then the connection became very sour. What happened? 2 of Cups. I read this in the reverse. Here, there was a sense of infatuation only, overindulging in sensuality for the sake of getting that emotional high. A lack of harmony, not really wanting to be in a partnership, and love that may have felt and seemed very artificial or superficial. Here we do have the key word infatuation and overindulging. Pisces, you may have been in this connection thinking, for some of you, it's not going to resonate for everybody. It's a general love reading. So if it doesn't resonate with you, I understand that. And it's not your reading. At least not this time around. We have a situation here where there was overindulgence and there was infatuation. The problem with this situation is that it was very much materialistic and physical based. There was a lack of emotions involved. And now, when they want to make things right, they're finding it difficult to create a new impression because they've made such a bad impression. Here we also have the 7 of Arrows. This is a very deep meaning for this card. We have here defensiveness, being cautious, and self-protection. This person at that point in time, they started to feel vulnerable. So it's funny, even throughout that infatuation, throughout that state that they had of this desire and the overindulgence, drip by drip, there was a little bit of love dropping through. Yep, there was love that was coming through, drop by drop, but they put a cork in it. They tried to stop it. They don't want it. Here we have the 7 of Arrows, and this explains it a little bit. They were feeling vulnerable. So they stopped this situation from moving forward. Why? Because they were feeling vulnerable. They don't want to feel vulnerable. Remember, you are powerful. That makes them feel weak and vulnerable. Here we also have paranoia, feeling defensive and feeling guilty, but also denying the need for any type of protection. So we have paranoia and feeling guilty. Ooh, why? Because I was just using you for your privates, right? That's why they're feeling guilty. Meanwhile, you may have thought exactly this, 2 of Cups. We are the happily ever after. There's a partnership, there's harmony. You had all these dreams. You had this belief. It's as if this person led you on. Sometimes, honestly, people don't lead us on. We just don't see the red flags because we're just so happy in love. But there was a situation here where it truly did not move on. But from one person's point of view, everything seemed okay. This individual knew what they were doing was wrong. What they did was wrong. How they treated you was wrong. And they tried to move on from it, but they got caught in your web of love. Because they're caught, this is a problem for them now how to escape, what to do. The only thing that possibly could have happened is they've learned from their mistake and now they're wiser. You had the wisdom card earlier here. So that's what happened. Some of you may think this person truly loved you, blah, 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 but not going to resonate for everybody. There's a part of this reading that talks about this individual being very lustful, a lot of infatuation, overindulgence, not really feeling that love, and a little bit was coming through, but because they were using you in this way, they started to feel paranoia, they started to feel guilty. And when an individual feels like that, They pull away. They don't last. They leave. Because at that point, they don't want to corrupt you. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to use you and abuse you in that way. Misuse you. They don't want to do that. Because they don't feel that it's the right thing to do. A little bit of their humanity and their humility and their conscience comes out. Yes. So here we have the Beginner's Tarot. Ooh. We have here the Seven of Cups. So with this deck, I have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions that your person of interest may have towards you. Seven of Cups, the Two of Wands. Then we have the King of Cups. Ooh. Seven of Swords. Remember, we had the Sneaky card, which is the Wild Woman card. Deceit, deception. Here we also have the Seven of Swords. Something here is supposed to be hidden, forbidden, not supposed to be happening. Some of you could possibly be in a third-party situation where you do not want to get caught, and that is also why somebody's paranoid and feeling guilty. Because they put you in a very difficult position, or it could be vice versa. Somebody here put somebody in a very difficult position where it became very uncomfortable for the relationship itself. And I'm getting the word, I'm seeing the word right now in my mind's eye, forbidden. There you have it. All right. So here we have a situation where, and these I look into any actions, plans, intentions that this person of interest that you have, they might have for you. It's complicated though. They have here the Seven of Cups. They're still in this mode of daydreaming and not really making things practical. Things are not really turning out as they wanted because they themselves are not taking action. They're not taking action. They have a lot of temptation around them. They know what they need to do, but they are not doing it. They know they need to make a choice, but they're not making that type of choice, that kind of choice. We also have here the Two of Wands. In their heart, in their mind, even passionately, they are ready to date you. They are ready to be with you the way that you would like them to. Why are they ready for this? Because of the King of Cups. Yes, you have a king. Thank goodness for that. Your person of interest is very much into you. They realize that you are that individual who actually makes them feel loved. You have this ability of making this individual very emotional. You make them very emotional. They want to give you a solid offer of love, and this is just emotions. The problem is the Seven of Swords. That even though they want to express themselves to you emotionally, I am seeing here this restriction where it might not be allowed or permitted in a way because of the type of connection that exists between the both of you. The type of connection here, it could be a third-party situation where there is somebody and you have 2 or 3 people involved, 4 people involved, 2 couples. But it could also mean that you're with somebody who you are not supposed to be with. Could be a different religion. Maybe your parents don't want that. Maybe your society or your friends don't want that. Maybe your company doesn't allow you dating somebody from your company or the rival company. Things like that happen too. So it's forbidden. In a way, there's something here where somebody has to hide a part of themselves in order to be with the other person. We also have here the Six of Swords. Enough is enough. This person wants to move on, onto calmer waters. where there is no storm, where there's just smooth sailing going forward. They want to make things right. They want to take their time, and they want to see things as they could potentially be. Before, things were very, very rough, haphazard. Everything was all over the place. But here there's a desire to move forward and to exist and to have a life that is within the realms of peace and harmony and partnership. The relationship is one that is reliant. I'm seeing the word reliance in my mind's eye right now. Reliance. Okay. Not bad. Pisces. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. All right, so in the title you may have seen, I do have a little bit of a bonus at the end of this reading. So this particular deck, this is Archangel Answer cards. This is typically what I do use. The amount of cards that I'm going to pull out, they're just going to be a little less. But I'm also going to be looking into the other cards, the other decks that I'm going to pull out. And that is your life purpose or spiritual journey that you might be on. Anything that could provide you with some guidance for the upcoming year. Aha. Very nice. Very interesting. All right. So we have here the angels here, Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel are sending these messages to you regarding this topic that we just talked about, this relationship, this situationship that you're in. They do want you to remain positive. Positive things will come to you if you do remain positive. And there is a sense of forgiveness that is needed in this connection in order to even move on. The simplest way of forgiving an individual is by having the compassion in your heart and your mind to realize that, you know what, they just didn't know any better. If they did, they wouldn't be like this. They would have been different. But because they did what they did it because they thought that was the right thing to do. Sometimes you can't get angry for people that way because that's all they were born, raised, grew up in that type of an environment. It's hard. We don't think alike. So here, the key to this connection as well is forgiveness, and you can only be together if you want. Not everybody's going to want to be with this person. This is not going to resonate for everybody. Some of you might want to move on, and that is perfectly okay. Just hop on to another branch, and your reality will already be written for you. It's already written. You're just the actor or actress that needs to jump from this reality and make a different decision, and the outcome will be different. So there's no problem if you want to move on from this person. Here we also have forgiveness, get more information. This does mean that you have a lack of information right now regarding the situation or regarding the person. So it's important for you to gain more information. Also, we have here, listen to your intuition. This is your soul speaking to you, the body / the spirit. Your soul is much more older and wiser than you are. So when you speak to yourself, understand that there's a reason why you instinctively thought or spoke or had that idea. They are saying here there's no need to worry about the drama that might unfold from this entire situation. Some of you are actually having anxiety, I'm sensing. And anxiety, stress, and depression, and that might lead to other problems. I'll talk about one of the packages that I have that could possibly help regarding that, on a spiritual level, that is. We have here compromise. It's important for both of you to let go of a few things, to adjust to each other, and then to finally meet in the middle. Because if you don't, this connection isn't going to work out. Ratio that I see is 6-4. 60% versus 40%. If you are 60% compromising, that's fine. Your person of interest 40, that's still okay. But if it gets to 70-30, then there's a proper imbalance there. And what's the use? It's just somebody here bending over backwards, accommodating the other person to the point where they have changed completely. Their personality and their friends, their family no longer recognize who they are. I don't know my own son. What has she done to him? That happens. Don't change yourself. Be who you are. Adjust a little bit. But if you have to change your entire identity, change your friends, some people don't want, when you're in a connection, they don't want you to hang out with your friends anymore. What the hell is that? If it doesn't work without you, if both of you end up not working out, you think those friends are going to want to take that person back? If they're friends, sure, maybe, but you can control certain things in one's life, but not who they want to be friends with. If they're nasty people, of course. Bad company, sure. But I've seen clients, and I know people, where they start dating, and an individual does not want them to be with other friends, or go out to places with friends. Not because there's something suspicious. They just want them to constantly be with them. Be with me. Be with me. Like, there's some people out there that are like this. So it's important for you to be yourself. Don't change. Because your person of interest is supposed to be with you because of who you are. Not because of what they want you to become. No. They may see hopes and dreams with you, achieving something in the future. But that is them trying to help you rise up. That's different. But sometimes we really do change. And then there's this lack of compromise. It's just one-sided. There's no use. Because then there's no value. And when there's no value, then they won't find you worth anything. When you're not worth anything, then they can find somebody else. So be that rare diamond. Be that unique individual who will attract with that sparkle. The rarity of you. That you are unique, right? That's what makes you hot as hell, sexy and attractive, people. So don't change who you are. Remember, a whole lot of infatuation, right? Let's have a look. I have here, okay, really nice, very, very nice. We have here overcoming difficulties, and this deck is the Archangel Oracle cards. So we have here overcoming difficulties followed by prioritize. This deck I have, this is Archangel Therapy cards. Interesting. So you have indigo and then you also have crystals. Joy followed by family. Aw, that's sweet. Very nice. So these messages, okay, These are words of wisdom, words of encouragement, certain things that you may need to hear from the angels in heaven, different dimension. They're giving you this information because it may have an impact on the way you view your past, how you're viewing and experiencing your present, and even having some effects on your future. All right. So this is for your upcoming year. Overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel is saying the worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Now remember, I was talking about this card here, remain positive, and I did see some of you having anxiety, stress, and depression. Visit my website, www.asnointia.com. You can also see the description in the description box below. I have the link to the site. So when you go there, you'll see a package. It's called the Chakra Checkup Package. Some of you may find this very helpful. Read through it. I help you get rid of negative energies from your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. This will get rid of the negative energies and remain positive, allow positive energy to stay in your life, which also means that you will attract positive energy more. Typically, when people are getting rid of these things and when they are gone, that is when this card in my readings actually comes up. So you guys got this card. That's why I'm mentioning that particular package, because this card always comes up. It's just by chance. There's 3 or 4 cards that pop up, and this is one of them. Overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. You are going to be soaring above and beyond mountains after you get rid of these negative energies. If some of you are not interested in the chakra checkup, I have another package, self-help guide, very simple. That is the Holy Light package. That package plus the water wellness package, those two combined are very strong. They'll help you cleanse many things in your home, get rid of that bad vibe. This is also for those of you that may feel your home, unfortunately, is haunted. Any poltergeist activities, any haunting feelings, supernatural things that go on, sleep paralysis even. So once you start that, if it's that serious, you can always get a chakra checkup because that's like better because it's more in detail. But even if you try general overall, those are helpful packages. Here you have another really interesting card, Prioritize. Archangel Metatron is saying, focus on your highest priorities and I will help you get organized and motivated. So what does this mean? Why did this card come up? It appears here that a lot of the things that you have wanted to do over the past year or years or months, you haven't been able to do it. First, because you've had other things on your mind. 2, you've had a lot of negative energy because of the situation that you find yourself in. When you have this, negative energies don't allow you to move forward because it's a lot of thinking. Worry. I'm getting the word worry. Oh, no need to worry. Yep, you have that right here. There's no need to worry. So don't worry about it. Eventually, when you get rid of these negative energies, there's going to be a time when you're going to reboot and reset. After that, that is when you prioritize your projects, your aims, your goals, ambitions, whatever you have, organized and motivated. That's like a fresh start, right? And then we have another card here, Indigo. The person you are inquiring about is an indigo, meaning highly sensitive and natural-born leader. So I am inquiring about you, Pisces. So there's a part of you that is highly sensitive, that I know. But you also are a natural-born leader. And when you're a natural-born leader, you have this type of command in your heart, around your aura. Make sure that any type of compromise that you make is very equal for both of you. Here we also have crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps with your present situation. So, I haven't really made anything in particular, but if you are interested in learning more about how the crystals can help you with the chakra checkup package that I was talking about, I also have a chakra therapy. It's chakra therapy guide, but it's also related to crystals as well, and it tells you what you should use, when you should use it, how you should use it. So if you want, of course, once you get the chakra checkup package, then you can always have a look at that as well. We have here joy. Very nice. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and to create your present and your future moments at their highest possible levels. Joy is important. It's important to be happy. It's important to be. It sounds weird, but I've mentioned this before. And if you read a little bit of my intro on my website, you'll see where I originate from and why I do this the way that I do it. So yes, God did speak to me a while ago, and it's in the voice of a male. It prefers being in the male state, in the alpha state, but it also has feminine qualities too. The feminine energy exists as well. He told me that he wants his children to act like children, to have fun, to have joy, to enjoy life, not to be bogged down by worries. It's a state of mind. So going forward this year, try to see what you can do to make yourself more mindful, more joyous, understand what you have is coming to you for a certain period of time and enjoy it. Savor the moment while it lasts, because that turns into a memory, a good memory that you can reflect on back and smile. Here you also have a really meaningful card. Family. Family. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to understand and to heal from. In your mind and your heart, surround this person, yourself, and the experience with calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel peace. I'm intuitively getting that somebody here wanted a family, and sadly, they may have had a miscarriage. Somebody here is trying to take care of someone. It's important to have people around. It's important to value family. Sometimes we can't. But whatever you can do, try to share the love and try to build some good memories. Pisces, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity, some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And for those of you that are new, you may not know, I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio. Over there, the most recent video I have up is regarding negative energies, what and who are negative energies, how to tackle these things, how to get rid of them, how to avoid them. I also have on that channel videos regarding relationships and past life, spiritual connection. That channel, the videos, they are completely free. It's there to educate and enlighten. All right, Pisces. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support, your encouragement. I hope to see you guys again. You all take care, stay safe, and happy holidays to you. Bye now.